Cameron, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How are you doing? Thanks for having me on.
I'm totally fine. How you doing?
I'm fantastic, fantastic.
So listen, let's dive into it. Where are you located originally? I know there's a different time zone. Where are you at right now?
I live in Austin, Texas. So,
Austin, Texas.
yes,
So
sir.
you're about, how far is Austin from Houston?
Houston, it's about 2.5 hours. That's where I'm from originally. I was born in Houston. I'm out here in
Really?
school.
That's nice. My sister works at MD Anderson, so
Really?
she's almost finishing up her residency there. So she's going to be a drug dealer, cosmetologist. She just prescribes drugs and everything else. Legal drug dealer, I
Yeah.
should say. So she's 2 hours away from me. For me, it's 3 hours of flight. So we don't get to see each other as much, but I just had a brand new newborn, so she's gonna come visit. So I'm very excited. So let's
That is
dive into it,
exciting.
Cameron. I looked at your website. I looked at your profile a little bit, and you are in personal development. Dive into it and tell us at what age did you get introduced to Napoleon Hill's work, and what's been your experience so far?
Yeah, so I'm deep in the personal development industry. That's kind of my obsession lately. I'm fairly new to it. It's about a year and a half ago I read Think and Grow Rich, the first one of I think it was the second book I read. I read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and then everybody kept telling me I have to read Think and Grow Rich, so I took their advice, and it was one of the best things I did. It really opened my eyes to the subconscious mind and really just pursuing more towards personal development and growing our thoughts and creating those thought impulses and pursuing what we dream of.
So what do you do for a living?
So right now I have a few things that I'm in. I have that website where I'm an affiliate marketer and I drop ship, and I also help with marketing as well. So I review the books. Oops, sorry. I review books every week. I have a book of the week each week, and I also have an event staffing. So I hire people on to help with wedding events and things of that nature. So a little
You
bit of
keep it
everything. I'm an
busy.
entrepreneur by nature.
So let's go into this. What would be the secret for you that you got out of the book? The reason why I asked that question is because I know there are a lot of individuals, they read the book, but they're confused on what the secret is. And the secret might be different for everybody. So what was the secret for you?
The secret sauce from Think and Grow Rich. I think the most important thing anybody could take from Think and Grow Rich, without the whole understanding of it, really is because after reading it, you just get a whole different mindset. But if you were to take one thing from the book, I think auto suggesting may be the most important. It's kind of a form of programming your mind to attract what you want into life. So each morning you wake up and you state what you want and what you're going to give in order to get that in reward, because what we give in life is direct proportion to what we get. So we must send out those right signals, and each morning you wake up, you auto suggest, and it eventually will attract into your life. It's been proven in many different scenarios. So I think
I
that's what's most
definitely would.
important.
I concur with that. I agree with that 100%. That's what happens. Now, let me ask you a question. If somebody's watching our channel, watching our videos, my question would be, why should they read Think and Grow Rich? Because there are a lot of individuals that have heard about Think and Grow Rich, but they're procrastinating,
Mm.
meaning they don't really have the discipline, or they have not had the time dedicated to reading the book. So what would be your suggestion to them? Why should they read the book?
Well, I think anybody that wants to change their life, they must change themselves. So nothing's going to change unless you change. So you stepping outside of that comfort zone and reading something that is going to expand your mind is really something that could change your life. So it's not really something that somebody can explain to you, because everybody has different things they're looking for, because I researched about like the reticular activating system in your brain. So whenever you're focusing, whatever you're worried about and whatever life scenario you're in, that's what you're going to take from the book. So I think anybody that wants to gain things, they have to read it themselves in order to truly get the rewards that they are seeking. And that they may not even know that they're seeking, but whenever they're reading, they'll just have these thought impulses that shoot up. And I really think it's important to actually read the books.
So let me ask you a question. Based on your experience, what would be I know your favorite book from now on, from this point on, in entire Austin would be Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. There is no other book, but what would be your second one?
My second book? I really like The Alchemist. That's it's classic as well.
You're like the
It's
third
really
person that has said that on my interviews, man. That's awesome. Like, I like the book. It's cool. It's nice writing, but I don't know if that would be my second favorite book. That's cool. That's awesome. Okay, well, let me do a follow-up question. Why?
I just, it's one of those books that you can read it and you get so many different things from it. You can take away different meanings. Every time I've read it so far, I've read it 4 times in the last year and a half, and I've gotten a whole different meaning from it, because those fables, you can take them in any way that you perceive. So I really think that's a cool thing about it.
Now, let's go into, I know you do some coaching and personal development with individuals. So now I want the scoop. I want the deep stuff. What would you say the top 2 reasons why individuals don't achieve their goals, based on your experience and interviewing and coaching and mentoring other people? What would be the top two that keeps coming? What's a common denominator among the people that you have dealt with? What would be those 2 things so we could avoid or try to improve on?
Okay. I think probably the most important thing that not many people have figured out yet is what they're passionate about. Because, passion creates energy. And whenever you're passionate about something, you'll work your hardest to be able to achieve it. So finding a deep why and figuring out how you can be passionate about something that you're working for, and then it also ties into your skills as well. So if you're doing something that you're not entirely able to commit to and be able to take care of with your set of skills, then your dream is gonna turn into a nightmare, because you're not able to actually achieve it. And you gotta get that in another book. It's like the hedgehog concept, where you find those little median of your passion, your skills, and then what's actually making money, so that you find that little median and then you work towards that. So I think passion would be number 1, and then number 2 would just be putting in the work and actually being ambitious and going out, being a go-getter. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So taking that initiative.
Definitely. And I see a lot of individuals want stuff for free, or they want it with the least amount of effort. I was watching, it was so funny that you say that. I was watching one of my mentors today. We were having a phone conversation this morning, and he asked me, like, what are you doing to improve? And I'm like, my fingers are hurting because I DM too many people. And he said, is there a software for that to make it easier? And this was my response to him. I said, while you were coaching me, did you ever teach me to go after the easiest stuff, or did you teach me to really put in the work and work my face off? He goes, you're on the right track. Keep up the good work. I was like, you never taught me how to be lazy. You told me to go work my face off. So I'm working my face and my fingers off, and I'm just messaging everybody, getting the message out. So do you want me to not do that? He's like, nope, you're on the right track. Keep doing it. I was like, there's no software for DM. You just got to message, communicate, do the legwork. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Now,
put in the work, elbow grease.
You gotta work. If you don't work, it just doesn't work. Now, what the other thing that I wanted to mention is this. You brought up a good point. I like that. And the reason why I like that is because a lot of people's hobby and passion, it doesn't necessarily bring in the income that they need. So I I mentor people in financial services, and I keep telling them, if your passion, it does not bring you the income that you need, you sometimes need to go around and do some type of a field that brings you the money. So you're completely now you have the availability of time. So when you do go focus on your passion, you don't have to stress about money, because financial stress is the worst type of stress. And if you're stressed for money, then you won't be able to develop your passion and get to the elite group. You won't be part of the echelons. You won't get to the top. So it's one of those things that I think balance is also cool too, because I love cars. I used to own an auto repair shop and mechanic shop. I opened them when I was 19, man. I was very successful. I made millions of dollars opening those, type of environment fields and being in that business. But you see, normal mechanics don't make more than like $4,000 or $5,000. But I made millions. And the reason why I did is because I loved it, and people could see it in my face. It wasn't about how much am I gonna make. It's just that I loved cars. Yeah. But then I noticed, that there was a max. I wasn't gonna be able to really make millions and millions in a passive way from that industry. So even though I loved it, it was my passion, I knew that I needed to change. So I changed. Do I still love cars? I love cars, but that doesn't mean I have to do it for a living and make money of it. I could just make money somewhere else and just go spend cars. So, and also, now I don't spend as much on them too. I realize they're not a good investment, I should say. So that's it. So now tell me this: if you had to describe the book in one word, what would you be?
One word.
I'm throwing some hard ones at you, Camron. I didn't tell you I was going to make this interview easy. I wasn't going to make it easy on you. You're in personal development. I'm going to put you on spot.
I feel like I could do 2 words: subconscious programming.
I like that. I like that. That's awesome. So listen, I really appreciate you taking the time. I know you're very busy. I appreciate your contribution to our channel. You and I are going to be in contact more. We are doing a mastermind group. I got a few individuals from Texas that I'd like to introduce you. But if I forget, or if I don't DM you right away, don't think I forget. It's just that I got a lot of stuff moving. But I am making notes as we go. So you and I are going to be in contact, and we're going to do some good stuff. There is a mastermind group that we're coming out with that I want you to be part of it. So we're going to do this more often, brother.
I actually have can I say one more thing?
Sure, go ahead.
I also have a mastermind group as well called Millennial Masterminds. I took it off of the idea from the book Think and Grow Rich, and we kind of get together.
Put the handle in this so we can look at it. Do you have the handle? Does it have his own Instagram account?
tx.millennial.
Put it in the comment. Here, I type it for you. What is it? Spell it.
It should be TX millennial mastermind millennial mastermind.
Okay. So
yes, sir. It's on my Instagram page.
It's on your Instagram page. But I put CBAUMB. That's your Instagram handle?
Yes, sir. Yeah, C-Bomb.
Done deal. Done deal. So we got it. But DM me the handle for the mastermind group, so I have it in my DM if I can't go back. There we go. Somebody posted there. I appreciate that.
That's really close.
Listen, you and I are going to be in contact more. We're going to do more videos, and I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome. Looking forward to it as well.
I'm going to give you a second to post that before I end this live.
Yeah, I'm
there.
There we go. TX Millennial Masterminds.
There we go. Hold on one second. Let me get it also too. And I'm going to pin it to the top. There we go. Cool. So everybody got it. Listen, you and I are going to be in contact. We're going to do this more often. I appreciate your time.
Looking forward to it. Thank you for having me on.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.